Motherfucker, I hate this motherfucker.
No, Sam, that's not how we do it. Let me show you how we take care of the creature.
I hate him.
Let me show you how we take care of the creature. Go, Rita! Yeah.
All right. Finally, man, y'all. It took me so long to get here and get this going, and this is the pilot, so to speak, and so I'm gonna allow it to be as rough as it needs to be just for me to get through this. But first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everyone who has encouraged, supported me, talked me through it. Just everybody who's been involved with pushing me to get in front of this camera, even if it was, some tough love. I appreciate it. Thick skin around here. But yeah, so here we are. Troyism podcast. I know I've been teasing it on IG. We'll expand it. Right now, I'm a one-man show, so give me some time. Right now, we're going to do weekly shows where we will just cover, of course, current events. But in addition to that, we have some segments where I'll help you out or try my best to help you out. We also have some segments where I'm going to talk about me a little bit and tell a little bit of my business. Well, all of my business, actually. We're going to be fully transparent here. So some of the shows will be lighter, depending on the subject matter as it relates to current events or questions you guys send in. Some of it will be a little heavier. I have a pact right now with myself where I say I'm not going to cry on this show. I am not going to cry on this show. But shit happens. I'm an Aquarius, so we don't cry a lot, but when we cry, it's like fucking floods, man. It's fucking floods, bro. Anyway, I'm not gonna cry on the first fucking show for sure. I'm not crying. Clearly I curse, because I'm motherfucking grown. But yeah, before we get into the show, I just want to give some thank yous and some acknowledgments. First and foremost, thank you to Major Thompson at James Madison High School who started Trojan News. Believe it or not, I used to do the morning news for my high school, James Madison High School, South Dallas, Texas. That's 2 F's. But yeah, that's where I got my start. And one of the most pivotal, or one of the things we did on that show, because I graduated in 2003. That's right, I'm 40 to be exact. But we did a 9/11 piece, and we talked about September 11th, and in talking about that, that was kind of when this seed was planted. They got me to this point. If you know me, you know my journey. I won't give it all away on the first show, but we'll definitely, peel back the onion, so to speak. But yeah, thank you to Major Thompson. Thank you to Miss Normore, Terry Normore, rest in peace. She recently passed away. She was also my language arts teacher, my AP English teacher, as well as my drama teacher in high school. So rest in peace to Miss Normore. Man, you don't know what you meant to me and to all of us, honestly. So let's see. Who else do I need to thank? Just family and friends, because you all have listened to me talk about this and doing this and some version of this, and I've tried so many versions of this for so long. So I appreciate you for continuing to motivate me, continuing to hold me accountable. Oh yeah, this is the accountability show. We will be firm, but we will be fair. We'll lay out some more house rules as we get into the first few shows, just so you kind of know how we operate around here. But everybody's welcome. This is a space. I don't want to say necessarily safe space. It's safe, but it can get a little rough. So I don't want to say safe because then you think safety, and it's not always a safety situation. Sometimes we gotta, get into some things. But right now we're just gonna, start light and what else? I'm trying to get this first segment stuff down. Wendy Williams make this shit look easy. Who else do I want to thank? I want to thank me on some well, I can't even mention him. On some Snoop Dogg shit though. I want to thank me because this thing, it was just kind of like eating away at me, and If you knew how long I had this built out or some idea of having this studio built out, you'd be like, damn, what took you so long? But I'll go to before we get into the show, one last thing I want to say. Um, if you have something in you and it won't leave you alone, then you have to pursue it. And I'll tell you, the longer you avoid it and the longer you tell yourself you don't want to do it, the more it's going to eat and eat and eat away at you. Or at least that's how it worked for me. One reason for me doing this was I had found myself in a loop where I had friends and people like reaching out to me, either social media or text, and they were calling me and they were like, "Hey, did you see this XYZ happening? And what do you think about this?" Or I'm trying to do this. What do you think I should do, or whatever? And my degree and background is in marketing, and then I have an MBA too, from Prairie View A&M University, because Prairie View produces productive people. Ding. Anyway, shout out to Hobart too, College of Business. But I have a marketing degree, and so a lot of times people would just reach out to me to kind of be a sounding board. Like, am I tripping, or is this just how shit works? So we just gonna try some shit out, see if it's how shit works, or if you're tripping. This also saves me from having to have the same conversation like 50 fucking times. I could just send people here and say, I talked about that on the show. This is what I think. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into some things. So our next segment coming up will be current events. At some point, I'll probably find some jazzy fucking name for the segment. But right now, we just about to talk about current events going on. I'll try to talk about a spread of things, be it global news, local news, national news, whatever. I'll try to cover a good spread of stories, and so we will get into that. So sit back, relax, lean in. We're gonna get started. Cool. The resident in chief, uh, but this one's a bit bigger. It escalates. It takes it up a notch. So Israel launched an airstrike into Iran early Friday, targeting Iran's nuclear facilities and killing top military leaders, officials, and nuclear scientists in the process. Iran launched over 1,000 drones towards Israel on Friday morning in retaliation, and the region is bracing for further military escalation. So, let me tell you what's going on. So, Israel suspected that Iran had nuclear weapons. Well, put a pin in that. Trump was actually in talks with Iran to strike a nuclear deal. Allegedly, Trump told Bibi Netanyahu, who is the prime minister, boss dog of Israel, just in case you guys don't know, he told Bibi, hey, hold back. I'm talking with Iran right now. Looks like we may come into a deal about these nukes and the region can, remain safe. Well, I'm not going to unpack that, but relatively safe for Israel. And so the talks were actually supposed to happen Monday, June 16th. However, as I just read, Friday, Israel did an airstrike and they said, we believe they had it. We believe they have nuclear weapons. We believe it's an imminent threat. We ran it by Trump and told him what we were going to do. And so we did it. And in retaliation, Iran said, here's 1,000 drones and we won't stop. And they haven't stopped. Now, this is what makes this interesting and unique. Israel has what we would call the Iron Dome. And so what that basically is, they catch anything in airspace. They have this technology in Israel where they can catch these missiles and bombs and things in airspace. Uh, America funded it, and they have yet to give us the technology. But what can you do? Uh, so yeah, the difference with this is, and that usually protects Israel. More importantly, Tel Aviv. What's happening now is the Iron Dome is no longer protecting Tel Aviv, and Tel Aviv is being decimated by missiles. First night, they dropped 1,000. the Iron Dome was still in place doing some work, but some of those missiles touched down. Night two, shit got crazy. The Iron Dome, I don't know, went on vacation. The Iron Dome went to see Cowboy Carter. I don't know where the fuck the Iron Dome is, but the Iron Dome is not in Tel Aviv. The Iron Dome did not support them, and Iran dropped ballistic hypersonic missiles. How do I explain this? Big fucking bombs. Big fucking bombs. And they dropped them on Tel Aviv. So now Tel Aviv, Israel, is starting to look like Gaza. Yikes. And so don't worry about Prime Minister Netanyahu though. Bibi Netanyahu, he got the fuck out of there. They're saying that he's in Greece right now, just in case you were concerned about his well-being and how he's doing. He fled. He left his people to figure it the fuck out. But yeah, so bombs are raining down, and Iran. I've started tracking them now because it looks like we have a potential World War III on our hands. Depending on actually Trump and his ability to de-escalate this. Uniquely, as much as we don't, see eye to eye domestically or really in any other fucking right for the most part, he actually has the power to de-escalate this. And I don't think he wants this war. I don't think he wants this war for multiple reasons. One, because he donned himself the peaceful president, which is a bunch of bullshit, because you have Marines and soldiers in DTLA whooping ass and all kinds of bullshit. You're creating problems in this city that weren't there to begin with. So you're not the peaceful president. But if you want to wear that name abroad, then Trump, you have some fucking work to do because these people are ready to go. And in addition to Israel and Iran, this is how you get to World War III status. China, North Korea, and Russia have all said they will fully support Iran in whatever they need against Israel. We're Israel's number one ally, if you haven't noticed. And so what happens now is we either back and support Israel, which is definitely the voice of politicians, not necessarily the sentiment of Americans. But as far as a political front, as far as a Republican Party who's in charge right now, they're going to support Israel. As far as America goes in politics, we support Israel, just in case you all aren't aware, generally. But that tide has clearly turned, and it played a big factor actually in the last election. But what we're dealing with now is not only is Israel and Iran beefed up, you have big world players with nukes, with them things, saying that if the amount in which you get involved in this situation is the amount in which we will get involved. So if you're gonna supply them with shit, we're gonna supply Iran with shit. If you're gonna, talk them through it, coach them through it, we're gonna do that on this side. And if you put boots on the fucking ground, we're putting boots on the fucking ground. Next thing you know, kablooey, World War III. France has already said they will back Israel, which is the expectation. Because I don't know what he has on him. I mean, the conspiracy theories is that Israel may potentially hold access to Epstein tapes or whatever. I don't really want to get into that. I can't prove it, but I can tell you what the conspiracies are. The conspiracies are that Bibi Netanyahu has incriminating information on a lot of people across the globe, but emphasis on America and American politicians. And so we bend the knee. That's the water cooler talk. That's as far as I'll take that. But what I will say is this is a real deal fucking conflict right now. And Iran, like I said, I've been tracking Iran since this has started. I've always followed Israel or kept up with them because we're allies to them. So I kind of know what the fuck is going on. But I've been tracking Iran, and let me tell you something. They were ready. And when I say ready, Iran understands something that a lot of global players may not understand. In addition to controlling the artillery, in addition to controlling the land and the air and the sea, you have to also control the internet. And I will say this, Iran is doing an impeccable fucking job of messaging. They have commercials. I mean, the cameras are in areas like Erica Dixon style or Mimi Faust style. The cameras are in areas like they have commercials. They are dropping. I mean, they sound like fucking villains in a in a fucking Bond movie. One tweet they released from Iranian media, they said prepare to swim back to ghettos. That's what they said to Israel. They said prepare to swim back to ghettos. Now, I don't know how well versed y'all are in rap or hip hop, but that's a fucking bar. Look up Israel, Jewish people, and ghettos. That was intentional. Very intentional. In addition to that, they keep like teasing us. They're like, oh, night one, we went soft, which by measure of what they're doing in night two, where we're heading into night three now, uh, they did go soft. Soft as in, they attacked the Iron Dome and they got a few of those things off. They shot what 100 drones. I think maybe 10 to 12 maybe landed, but 10 to 12 in Tel Aviv, that's huge. That's a place they have an Iron Dome. Nothing should fucking land. So they made contact. Night two, I'll be honest. I was watching TV. I turned TV off and just started watching the videos like of people recording. People in Lebanon seeing, and I posted on my socials, people in Lebanon, like the missiles are over their head. They're looking at this shit, playing the saxophone, having dinner, like it's fucking fireworks on the 4th of July. Well, they don't have the 4th of July, but you know what I mean. Like they having dinner, they got their camera phones out, watching the missiles overhead, headed to Haifa. That's where they were yesterday. So night one was Tel Aviv. They went back to Tel Aviv, but they added Haifa, and I think I saw some stuff about them heading to Jerusalem, the Holy Land. Christians, brace yourself. Iran wants Jerusalem, and they want to bomb the shit out of it. So Christians, this is the time for y'all to tap in, check in, start following this, because Iran said they will not be the next Gaza, and they are prepared to fight to the death. I mean, there were videos of these guys loading, throwing them things. Like I like that. I'm gonna do that to somebody one time. I like that. But yeah, so this is just beginning. If Trump is who he says he is globally, abroad, we're about to find out, because honestly, I think he's in a very unique position where he can actually garner some peace. I don't know though, because I think he can talk Netanyahu down. Netanyahu was not the knuck if you buck in this situation. Netanyahu was knuck if you buck in the Palestine Gaza situation, because he was, big dogging on that. Here, at this point, Iran is definitely not backing down. And they're saying, we want the fucking smoke. They have blown up their, what do you call it? The motherfucking their diesel plant. Like, they're trying to cripple them. They are saying, we gonna keep them things coming, and we not gonna stop until it's a wrap. Now, their latest bulletin said night 3. What's wrong with my fucking fingers? Let's do it that way. Night 3. They're saying night 3 is gonna be the night we're gonna see some shit, and shit gonna get real. So I don't know, but if you aren't tracking it, start tracking it. I know we got a lot of shit going on domestically, but at the same time, you need to start clocking the fuck in and paying attention to what's happening globally. Oh, MAGAs. If your sons and daughters have not yet registered, if they're approaching their 18th birthday, now is the time for them to register. We just celebrated the 250th anniversary of the military. No time like now. Morale's high. American pride. We're making America great again. So I would greatly appreciate your sons and daughters going down there to register for the armed services first. We want your numbers first, because after all, it's over half of the country, right, who supports this. So scurry on down to your local DMV or Department of Public Safety or wherever. You can do it. I don't know if you can do it online. I'm sure you can. It's 2025, right? If you can't, I'll figure it out. I'll come back and let you know exactly how you can register your sons and daughters for the army because shit may be getting very real. Ultimately, my hope is while I don't fuck with them like that, I would hope that Trump would be able to garner some type of peace because this shit could get fucking bad, y'all. Like this shit could get fucking bad because right now it's not great. It's not great at all with Iran and Israel. You start adding in Russia, who said, which that's gonna be fucked up because if Russia is supporting Iran and we are supporting Israel, now that puts us deadlocked with Putin again. And then not to add North Korea, who said they support Iran. You have China, who's backing Iran. You know, he's looking for, Trump done already pissed him off about this whole tariff rigmarole. Shouts Mariah Carey. Uh, this whole tariff rigmarole, he got him in. So he kind of like, hey, I already don't fuck with him like that. So if y'all need, whatever y'all need, there actually China has already, if I'm correct, yep, China has already dropped out their first ships or first packages, care packages to Iran. Like, we got you. What you need? Guns, pistols, water. What do you need? We got you. So they already dropping shit off. So they already making it be known. Like, you tried to fuck us with that tariff shit. We was trying to like meet you in the middle of the road with that. But now you back in your boy BB, who allegedly is in Greece. So if you're in Greece right now, just use your cat eye, keep your head on the swivel. Shit could get crazy. No one's targeting Greece, but the guy they're targeting ran to Greece, and Iran, in their long, eloquent commercials, said they want that ass, boy, and they gonna follow it. They said, bring your ass here, boy, and they want you. So, BB, you better get on up there, girl. Um, but yeah, so we may have a world war on our hands, and shit, millennials, we tired, right? We lived through a lot of shit. Yeah, I'm a millennial, elder millennial at this point, but it is what it is. But we've lived through a lot, man. God damn it, man. I mean, shit, a lot of us should just go be history teachers. We wouldn't even need the fucking book. Like, we could talk through this shit. Um, but yeah, a lot going on. I would advise you all stay locked into what's going on globally, though, man. Like, cause we have a president who's a resident. He just occupying the space. He ain't doing no fucking work. We have a president and we have an administration who we all know are grossly incompetent. The irony of kicking people out of their jobs for diversity, equity, and inclusion when collectively y'all couldn't even pull off an effective fucking potluck if I brought you the food. So yeah, we these days are going to be interesting. I would say I'll keep you as informed as I can. But yeah, we have to keep our eyes on this because this can escalate to a point to where if we put boots on the ground, which I don't think Trump wants to, because Bibi Netanyahu has already asked for us to join with boots on the ground. Where them guns at? That nigga said bring the boots on the ground. BB want boots on ground. But the U.S. at this point has effectively said no, we won't be putting soldiers on the ground. But here's another thing. So we're gonna end up in this thing, and I don't want us to, but Trump gonna have to like garner some type of peace or something because Iran has already said the nuclear talks with us are off. Cancel that shit. That was supposed to happen June 16th. Not fucking happening. A nuclear deal on Tupac's birthday. Apropos. But yeah, we gotta. I don't know, man. I don't know about this one. I don't know. We gotta be careful though, because if we get to the point of boots on the ground, yeah, like I said, them maggots need to sign up. But also, Iran and their litany of commercials and messaging via social media, they're saying that we're starting with Israel, but we're gonna tap them American embassy asses over there in the region too, because y'all put the battery in BB's back, and they're not necessarily wrong. But America did tell BB hold off, but you know, when you got somebody like BB, he gonna do what he do. He gonna throw the rocks, hide his hands, and get on the first fucking plane to Greece. They bummed the shit out of his house too. That house might as well be a sandlot. They bummed the shit out of his house. That's probably first on the list. They're like, get his fucking house, because if he come back, he ain't coming back there. So, also, uh, it's not funny, but it's kind of funny. Caitlyn Jenner is stuck in Tel Aviv in a bunker. As far as we know, she's safe. But you know how she just loves being in Israel. She was there actually to celebrate Pride Month because, as far as being progressive in the region, Israel is actually one of the most progressive as far as LGBT rights and activities. So, yeah, this is interesting. We're gonna keep up with this story. We're gonna track this story. I know a lot of people won't pay attention just because we have so many diversions going on in our country, on our land, which you should rightfully be engaged because locally that affects you more. But just keep in mind that shit could go south. Shit could get crazy real fucking quick. So this next week will be very very interesting. So just stay tuned, stay locked, and we'll be back. And we're back. I don't know if we went anywhere. Depends on how I edit and chop this, but we're back. And so the next segment is called Troy Talk Me Through It. Um, And it's just where you email me at troyismpodcast@gmail.com. And I'm gonna try to talk you through it, you know. We all don't have people to talk to or wise counsel. Motherfuckers is popping blooms on the internet. So sometimes you just need wise counsel, you know, and I got you. I'm in the unk category, I guess, by age, you know. Not by looks though. Well, I guess by looks. Fuck. That's all right. I'm embracing it. So the first one we have, and also this doesn't have to always be about relationships. You can write in to me about whatever you want. So it doesn't have to be about. I'd actually prefer it not be about relationships because I don't want to go down the Kevin Samuels route. Although if you need again counsel, I'll help you out. So the first one says, "Hi Troy, I'm fresh out of a relationship, so I've been outside. I know that's right. Just trying to get back into the dating pool. The last one did a number on me, so I'm glad to just be free. Damn. But this is not about me. More than a couple times, I've seen my line sister's husband outside also, and he's been buying drinks and looking deeply engaged in conversation with women. By deeply engaged, I mean flirting, playful touching on both parts, and he's just smiling like a chess cat. Smiling like a goddamn chess cat. I think that's Cheshire cat though. We gotta look that up. I think it's Che- Che- Cheshire, chess. Che- is chess short for chess? Chocolate con. Anyway, transparency. If I'd only seen him do this once, I'd probably leave it alone. But I've seen him a few times, and by a few, I mean more than three, with different women from what I could tell, but can't be certain. Either way, it's inappropriate at this point, and I consider this line sister to be a friend. So, Troy, talk me through it. Should I say something, or how should I tell her that her husband is buying drinks and smiling in bitches' faces? Signed, feeling pink but seeing green. Oh, well, we know we know about where that came from. Uh, so first of all, pink and green. Thank you for being the first person to email me when I posted it because I only posted it once. To the link for Troyism Podcast at Gmail for Troy talking me through it. So thank you, Pink and Green. You are the first person to write me, and you are writing me about someone else's business. Uh, let's see. Uh, First, how do I say this? Mind your business. That's the first thing. The first, I'm gonna give you two routes because I know you don't want to mind your business because you wrote in. So first, I'm gonna say mind your business, and then I'll give you a contingency plan or a caveat, if you will. First, I say mind your business because this is 2025 and people are in relationships. And I think what's happening now is people within relationships are understanding that what happens in their relationships and more importantly the dynamic of their relationship is their business. And so you really want to be careful with intervening with the dynamic. It's not the 50s or 70s where you see a guy out with a woman that's not his wife and automatically he's cheating. That's not always the case. He could be out there recruiting bitches for the freak off. Well, not freak off, but you know what I mean. Like he could be recruiting the women to go back to the house and do the, get it popping. So, and you never know what that dynamic is. Also, they could have an open marriage. Open relationships aren't just for the gays. They could have an open relationship where she do what she want and he does what he wants. Tuesdays and Thursdays and leap years or whatever. So first, I would say mind your business because you don't know the dynamic. And I know your friend, I don't know how close y'all are, but if that friend is talking to you about a relationship, there's still a piece of the relationship that they could very well not be telling you. So again, I caution you to mind your business. This is Troy saying mind your business. But you're not going to mind your business because you wrote in. And I appreciate you, Pink and Green, feeling pink but seeing green. That was very clever. Hey, can everybody write a little clever name like that? I like that because the first I only had 4 emails by the way, which is good because I only posted it once. But the first 2 people that I pulled, they both wrote names like that. So clearly y'all are used to this. But keep that up. Keep writing the little name. I like that. That's cool. I like the creativity. I love smart people. I despise dumb ones. So feeling pink but seeing green. My advice is mind your business, but you're gonna need a caveat because you're not gonna mind your business. This is what I say. If you've seen him more than once, if you've seen him more than twice, 3 times, which is what you're saying here, you've seen him several times. Why don't you just hit the line sister up and say, "Hey, let's go out," and take her out with you as many times as you need to for her to see it herself. That way, you make sure she finds out. However, you're not the reason she finds out. Well, you're kind of the reason, but you know what I mean. She doesn't know that you're the reason she found out. So, yeah, get her outside. She clearly not at home with a man because her husband, not man, husband is, as you put, smiling in bitches' faces, buying drinks with the kiki and like a Cheshire cat. So yeah, just get her outside, get her in a place where she'll see him, or you will see him. Shit, you see him more than she do. Uh, does. But yeah, get outside, let her see it for herself, and then boom, on the back end though, you get her outside. Sorry, and you get her outside. But once you get her outside, you need to go into what I call Troy mode. So when you get her outside, you get her to the place where he is, pay attention to her reaction. Her reaction is going to tell you everything you need to know. If she pulls up on him and be like, "Come on, let's go get him," then she didn't know you're a good friend / line sister and you looked out for her. However, if she does anything other than that, like "Oh, come on, let's go. I'm gonna deal with that when I get home" type shit. She's one or two things. It's either what I said, it's the freaky deaky shit. I can't say freak off no more. The freaky deaky shit and mind your business, like I said from step 1. This is why you should mind your business, because it's the freaky deaky shit and she with it. Or he cheat on her so much. That's not even funny, but goddamn. He cheats on her so much that she don't even want to see it. Like, she probably knows where he is just like you do. And she just like avoids those bars because that's his watering hole where he picks up his women. So it's one of those 2 things. The first one, if she blow up the spot, even if she does it classy, if she blows up the spot and make her presence known, then you did her a solid. Anything other than that, you probably should have just mind your business, because either she is cheating on, and as Miss Evelyn say, if you're not gonna leave them, let them cheat in peace. That goes both ways though. If you're not gonna leave, I believe that. Like, that's Bible. Like, if you're not gonna leave them, let them cheat. Because what else are you gonna do? And I'm not saying you staying is a bad thing. Just understand, what you in and what you signed up for. See, I didn't want to go down this dating shit. Yeah, we're gonna limit these. Y'all can send them, but I'm telling you now, I'm not gonna pick these a lot because I'm. Oh shit! I kicked the light. Whoa. New set. Who this? Um, yeah. See, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole of dating shit because I'm already in myself feeling internally conflicted for telling you it's okay to just stay in a relationship where you're not getting what you want, because I wouldn't do that. But to each his own, I guess. I mean, there's people doing it every day. But anyway, for you, one, mind your business. Two, if you're not gonna mind your business, just get her in the space. And once you get her in the space, pay attention to how she reacts, because that's gonna tell you going forward what's going on, or how much you should have just minded your business in the first place. So feeling pink, but seeing green. Thank you for writing in. Also, follow up with me. I kind of want to know how that shit play out. Cause I want to know. I kind of look. I'm in that business like you. I want to know how it play out. So follow up with me on that one. All right, our next one is short, clearly a man. Seeing green, she wrote a whole damn thing. But all right, so the next one is, hi Troy. I'm thinking about quitting my job and starting my own business in the specialty slash service industry. Thing is, I have a family of four, and as the breadwinner, I'm really nervous about jumping ship with my entire family on my back. I've talked to my wife, who has a job, and she fully supports the decision as she knows how frustrated I've grown with my current work. Ah, don't you hate a job you hate? Damn, been there. Side note, I think every job I've left, I've quit. I've never been fired, but every job I've left, I've quit for whatever reason. Relocation, uh, hidden systemic racism. We'll get into it. This is show one. Trust me. That woman will have her day on this show. Trust me. DB. I'm getting your ass. Ooh. Anyway. Back to what he said. She fully supports his decision as he's grown frustrated with his current work. What advice could you offer that'll help me pull the trigger on this vision? Thanks. Signed, the janitorial genius. Oh, okay. So first of all, thank you for being the second email. I really appreciate it. Let's get into it. So I've been here. Man, I've been here. What I'll say to you first is you have the support of your family, which is amazing. Your wife is working. That's amazing. I don't know if you have, but what I would do if I were in your shoes, the first steps I would calculate is look at how much you make, how much you all are bringing in, how much of your income sustains your lifestyle, and how much is discretionary. Uh, Look at ways you can cut back. Uh, yeah, definitely look at ways you can cut back. uh, because you're gonna have to be lean and mean. Because to be an entrepreneur in any right requires you to go lean and mean and be able to sustain lean and mean for at least a year or two until you can even begin to think about a profit. And then that is also subject to the industry you're going in. Now you're going into the service industry and you signed the janitorial genius, so I'm thinking you're probably going to get into some type of janitorial work. uh, Luther's janitorial. If you don't like working for Luther's, take your broke ass home. But anyway, you're getting into janitorial work. So first of all, that's a very good business to get into. The service industry is always good. I mean, we saw during the pandemic, uh, the service industry became our essential workers, or are our essential workers. We just found out that they were our essential workers. So what I would say is I have this thing for me, and it's called the baby rule. And the idea behind the baby rule is from conception to birth to walking or stumbling or some semblance of it. A baby does that in 9 months and then another 9 months. So in a total of 18 months, a baby goes from conception, a night, a roll in the hay or wherever y'all fucking, to doctor slapping them on the ass. 9 months. So I always do the baby test for myself. If I can't make a substantial dent in this, whatever I'm trying to pursue within 9 months, then I have to reevaluate either how bad I want to do it or what hurdles am I struggling to get over. And that way you may have to call someone else in to help you get over those hurdles. But I would say don't quit your job just yet. I would say give yourself about 9 months to plan. And if you've already invested 9 months and you're literally ready to pull the trigger, then I say pull the trigger. Unfortunately, with these things, there's no rhyme or reason. You just have to get out there. The good thing about you is you have a career path, clearly, one that you hate, but at the end of the day, it's sustainable. And if you need to come back for any period of time to regroup, then you have that there. But what I'll say is about getting this venture off the ground, I would say give yourself 9 months if you haven't already. To figure it out and make sure that you've dotted every I and every T that you can. That's internal as far as how it's going to affect your family, especially your children. Find a way for you and your wife to talk to your children about this. While you can't give them the nuts and bolts or the day to day or the detail of what you're trying to do, I think involving your children in decisions like this is very important. Give them a high level, just so that any changes that they feel or experience or notice, because kids be knowing, uh, they can at least prepare for it or at least understand it. Not even prepare. They can understand what's happening in their family dynamic. I think if you believe in yourself and you have the support of your family and your wife, you're gonna be okay. The one thing I'll tell anybody starting anything new is don't be afraid to pivot. There will come times when you will have to pivot. So don't be afraid of pivot. Don't mark a pivot as failure. Sometimes we jump out there and then the universe or God or whatever you believe in kind of course corrects and puts you where you need to be. So I of course support you, and I think you're gonna do well, especially going into this industry. I wouldn't say that to anybody, but going into this industry, there's always gonna be work. It's just how you maneuver. Look for government contracts. If you need some help with that, actually email me again because I actually know somebody who does that. So if you need government contracts, um or if word of mouth, honestly, in any business, word of mouth is going to save you, man. That's pounding the pavement, going to office buildings, seeing who has the current contract, even if they're not available now. Put your name out there, get your foot in the door, let them know, hey, if you ever looking for anything, or if you know of any other facility or property that's looking for janitorial services. Go to these new builds when you see they're building new properties or um, just new constructions altogether. Go meet the people on the ground because they know someone who can put you in the position. And always, if not, they can always send you in the right direction to the next one. So just yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've thought about all of this, but I'll just say use the baby test. If you haven't spent 9 months planning this out and thinking of all the factors, then do that. Now, you can get stuck in the baby phase. So after 9 months and a day, you need to either be jumping or deciding that you're not going to do it or how this is going to change. Because what you can't do is stay in the baby stage for now. It takes a baby 9 months. 9 months. You got 9 months. Unless you're ready to jump sooner, then you could do that premature dream. But that premature leap rather. But yeah, don't give yourself more than 9 months though. If you're taking longer than 9 months to get it, it really shouldn't take you 9 months. But if it's taking you longer than 9 months, then we have to go back again, like I said, and figure out what those hurdles are. So hope that helps. So this is Troy. Talk me through it. If you want me to talk you through it in any way, it's troyismpodcast@gmail.com. I'll be flashing that out just to kind of get you all involved and send me some crazy shit. I mean, this was pretty mild. Pardon me, this was pretty mild. So yeah, but send me some shit. I'll help you out and we can kind of get away from the dating stuff. I'm not going to answer a lot of them per show just because like I said, I don't, I believe that relationships are led and governed by those in those relationships. That's really my stance on relationships. So whatever works for you within your relationship with the consent of your partner, then I think that's your relationship. and I don't think we have a right to judge or intervene or do anything like that. So, um, yeah. So with the relationships, I'm always usually they're always going to be threaded with, but it's your relationship and that's your dynamic. And if you're okay with it, you're okay with it. But if you're not okay with it, then you need to have a conversation with your partner, and you all may have to make adjustments that could involve ending the relationship and going in your separate directions. That's ultimately what I'm going to say for most of it. Most of it's going to be threaded through that. So, yep. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back with a final thought, like Jerry Springer. All right. Well, whew, I'm proud of myself. Let's start with that. Um, I'm, as I said, I every job I've had, I've quit, in the pursuit of something better. Um, most times I've, well, wait, most times I've had a job waiting or aligned, or I had a strong inkling, or I was just breaking away, kind of like me moving here to LA. Anybody who knows me knows I moved away from Texas in 2017 in the pursuit of a career in entertainment, primarily acting. Yeah, tough than a motherfucker. I still plan to act in some capacity. Just if I'm being very honest with you, the industry right now is it's tough. It's struggling. It doesn't mean I quit. It just means that like what you always have to do in life, pivot. You have to know how to pivot. And so this is me sort of pivoting, but this has always kind of been in me to a degree. Anyway, Um, yeah, I'm proud of myself for this first show. I will be back next week. We're gonna start on a weekly rotation because again, I'm a one man show, so I'm kind of getting used to this, figuring out the camera, which I know how to do the camera, but behind the scenes, the editing, all that. So we'll figure it out. We'll get it together, and as God and the universe sees fit, we'll grow a team, and we'll grow an organic team, one that wants to be a part of this and what we're building here. What we're building here. I just told you I'm doing this shit by myself. Talking about weird, but I'm team oriented. So I team leader oriented. But I don't. I love working with a team together for a common cause. So uh, as we grow, speaking it into speaking it into existence, speaking it into existence, reality, making it real, planting the seed, planting the seed, planting the seed, planting the seed. But yeah, we're growing and we're gonna grow. And one day we'll look at this pilot episode and we'll be like, damn, we came a long way. From these three hot ass lights. I don't know how hot the light could get. But anyway, uh, it's been a good show. Um, Thank you for checking it out. Thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, share, do all that good shit. I'm gonna chop it up at some point. I will also, in addition to this, another thing that I will be launching or starting. I'll be doing shorts where it's kind of like quick hits about more local stories, local things going on. I love reality TV. I love Twitter. Twitter. I love Twitter. So I'm pretty abreast of things going on locally as well. We'll talk about those in shorts, but unless the story is big enough, then we'll bring it here. But yeah, man, I'm very proud of myself. This was one of those things where I wanted to make sure that I could finish. Finishing is very important. We start a lot of things, and true transparent moment, which again, this show will be full of those. But my first, I guess, transparent moment. Um, I had pursued acting primarily a few times, and I kind of got stifled. Whether it was personal, what was going on with me and my personal life with family dynamics, or if it was the industry going on strike, or if it was the pandemic, whatever it was just some hurdles, 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 and I got to the point to where I got tired of stopping, so to speak, and. Uh, a good friend of mine told me, said, well, you don't have to start if you don't stop. So this is me not stopping. And so I'm very proud of myself for this. This is one down, one in the book, one of many. I'm opening myself up to the universe and opening myself up to pivotal paths that could lead to wherever, to my heart's desire. I know what my heart's desire is. I won't share it just yet, but I know where I want this to go and where I want to take this. And just know, through and through, I want to be able to help people, and I want to be able to help people realize how great they are and help them reach the highest version of themselves. And it's possible. And sometimes we don't have people to talk to. We don't have people to, spitball and throw things around. We don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be right. We just have to be accurate. And I'll show you the difference, hopefully through this show, about how you can be effective by being accurate, but you can also miss a lot by trying to be right and perfect. Full transparency, this show would have started a lot sooner had I not tried to be perfect. And so that's why I'm so proud of myself in this moment, because I know how I know how long I could have sat on this idea with this built all out, um, and just sat there and watched day by day. So this is my start. And if you need some inspiration, whatever you're working on, be it a janitorial service or blowing up your best friend's fucking spot and ruining her marriage, uh, let me help. I'll help you fuck some shit up, but I'll also help you figure some shit out. So next show. See you next show. Weekly. I'll pick the date weekly. I like that weekly. I'll pick the date and I'll do my best to deliver it to you every week. Like, share, subscribe. Um, all of the other platforms will be in the bio on the page. So go there, follow those. I'll try to make this homogenous where everything is kind of like available everywhere. But again, one band, one man, one sound. So yeah, that's it. But thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. My day ones, and have a good week.